Hi, I'm Kirby Harris. You're listening to the Libertas Press YouTube channel. Today is November 13th, 2017, and here are 5 stories in the news today, taken from CNN. It is from their article, 5 stories or 5 things for November 13th. A lot of people might say, oh, fake news, but these are the same stories that are being reported in left-leaning, right-leaning, centrist magazines and newspapers and websites all over. First one, Iran-Iraq earthquake. Hundreds are dead after a powerful earthquake rocked the Middle East over the weekend. At least 300 were killed and more than 2,500 injured when the 7.3 magnitude quake hit the border region between Iran and Iraq. The quake's epicenter was in Iraq, but it devastated the Iranian border town of Sarpol-e-Zahab, where at least 100 people died. Part of a dam was cracked in another town. The tremor was felt across the region as far away as Pakistan, Lebanon, Kuwait, and Turkey. Now, I haven't heard a lot of this, but some grumblings, some things that people are saying, possibly some conspiracies, it's up to you to believe whether it's true or not, that the earthquake possibly could come from Iran testing underground nukes. But who knows? Second, Trump in Asia. President Trump is in the Philippines to attend the ASEAN summit, which marks the final stop on his almost 2-week Asian trip. Wow, it's been 2 weeks already. This could have been the trickiest stop on the tour since it required meeting controversial Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, who has waged a bloody war on drugs and crime in his country and has even admitted to murder. But Trump has no difficulties exchanging pleasantries with Duterte. The two men met privately for about 40 minutes. The White House said the president briefly brought up human rights, something Duterte's spokesman denied. See, a lot of people, especially libertarians, when Trump was running, said that he was authoritarian, even Ron Paul and other libertarians. But a lot of libertarians said, oh, no, because he's against NATO, because he's, says he's against foreign intervention, blah, 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 blah. But what's funny is almost everything that that libertarians said they were for, especially certain libertarians that said they were against foreign intervention, said they were for the drug war, and all sorts of other civil liberties like indefinite detention, torture, all of that. Trump said he was for all that. So I just don't get the libertarians that are backing him. I understand if you want to destroy the system, so you're like, I'm backing him. But those who actually defend him, those are the ones I don't understand. Anyway, on to the next story. Involving the Texas church shooting. This was by far the toughest sermon Frank Pomeroy ever delivered. The pastor of the Texas church, where 25 people, including his own 14-year-old daughter and an unborn child, were killed, fought back tears during the First Baptist Church first service since the shooting. I guarantee without any shadow of a doubt they are dancing with Jesus today. God gets the glory, Pomeroy said during the service, held under a white tent on a baseball field not far from the church. For Sunday service, the site of the shooting was transformed into a memorial. The entire church gleamed in white, inside and out, and there were 25 red roses on 25 white chairs for the victims. One chair held a single pink rose in honor of the unborn child. The First Baptist Church will resume services in its sanctuary next Sunday. That's a shame right there that this happened. 4, Rohingya crisis. We are learning terrible details about a massacre of Rohingya in a village called Tulatoli in Myanmar. I hope I'm pronouncing these right. A Bangladeshi British documentary filmmaker said those who escaped the area and made it to Bangladesh told him horrific tales of rape, mass murder, and people being burned alive. More than 600,000 Rohingya refugees have fled to Myanmar into Bangladesh since August. They're escaping violent clashes in areas where Myanmar's military is conducting what it calls clearance operations. The UN and human rights groups like Amnesty International call it ethnic cleansing. The Rohingya, a mostly Muslim ethnic group who are effectively stateless, are considered the most persecuted people in the world. 5 aircraft carriers That's kind of a misleading title there. But anyway, they're talking about how it's basically military exercises. It was quite the show in the Pacific over the weekend as three U.S. Navy aircraft carriers sailed together for the first time in a decade. The three 100,000-ton behemoths, the U.S. Ronald Reagan, the U.S. Theodore Roosevelt, and the U.S. Nimitz, along with their multi-ship strike groups, conducted exercises near the Korean Peninsula and Japan. The presence of the ships in the Pacific waters is seen as sending a message to North Korea, namely that the U.S. won't be intimidated by the North's continued nuke testing. Well, one, we shouldn't be over there at all. It's none of our business. Yeah, the guy might be crazy, but the guy never really, throughout the years, him or his father, never really threatened the U.S. except for when the U.S. said, you can't do this, you can't do that, getting in their business. I'm against foreign interventionism. Trump is not. Again, another libertarian thing that he is not. So don't understand why libertarians support him. Anyway, those are the 5 stories for November 13th, 2017. I'm Kirby Harris, and this is the Libertas Press YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.